Good morning, everybody. We're at the hair salon because, in case you didn't know, my husband, Eddie, is an amazing hairdresser. And this morning, he's going to do my hair. So, stay tuned. Hey guys, got my hair finished. Went to Ash Wednesday service. Now it's about 1:15 and I'm gonna do my sister's hair. I don't do hair anymore. I have like a handful of people I still will do their hair, but doing nails is my primary job, so I kind of call the hair a hobby. So I'm going to go do my sister's hair. Yeah, and then I have to go do one nail client because I messed up my schedule. I have a marriage conference this weekend that my husband and I are attending, and I forgot to take off Friday. Oh no, it's okay. It's in my hair, but it's okay. Anyways, I forgot to take off, and so this was the compromise. Like, it's not her fault that I forgot to take off, and she wants to get her nails done with me, so I'm gonna go in at 5:30 and do that. So, but yeah, it's been a good day so far. Pretty easy peasy. I need to do a little house cleaning, but not going to. I am going to the cover off this car seat and get it washed so I can get it in my husband's truck. It's like the backup car seat for my nieces and nephews, so if he picks either of them up, one's 3, one's 4, so they need a car seat. And then this one I'm probably gonna sell because we got a new truck and it just doesn't fit in there. Like, it hangs over the seat and it does not look that safe, and I don't like it. And I know that these Britex have a smaller base because that's the backup car seat that's in my car, and we love it. And we love car seats with the handle that you pull up so that you can pull the straps up, so no matter who's sitting in it, it's always safe. So I think that's what I'm gonna do real fast, and then yeah, I need to go to the beauty supply. Oh, the sun's getting me. I need to go to the beauty supply and pick up some, there she goes, some hair color. So, talk to you later, guys. So I have a few minutes, and I just thought that I would talk about Ash Wednesday. My husband and I actually go to a non-denominational church now, and they didn't have an Ash Wednesday service, which I understand that a lot of people think that Ash Wednesday is like it belongs to the Catholic Church in a way, that that's kind of something that they celebrate and a ritual that they do, but that's not true, because I grew up Methodist, and we, like, you know, go through Lent and all of those things, and so I just feel like, so, you know, the questions all day, you're not Catholic? That's what Catholics do. Yes, it is what Catholics do, but it's what other people do too, because to me it signifies the beginning of a season, a very important season in the Bible, leading up to Jesus's death. And so we went to the Ash Wednesday service at the church that my husband and I got married to. It's a Presbyterian church, and you know, we were just, the pastor talked about how, you know, we came from ashes and we'll return to ashes, and that it's a time to confess, you know, and draw close to God. And, you know, the story was in Luke, I believe 15, when the man's son has taken his inheritance and he's left, and he squanders it away. And I'm not quoting the Bible, this just the story the way I remember it. I know I'm not going to get it absolutely right, but he squanders his money away, and the country that he's gone to has, you know, went into famine, and he's poor and hungry and filthy, and he goes home and he said, I'm going to work for the wage of my father's servant, you know, because they have bread, because I'm not his son anymore, because I, you know, disgraced him. And his father runs to him when he's, you know, a ways out, and he's loving on and kissing on him, and he's filthy, remember? And he you know, takes him back in, and he gives him this grand robe, and he wants to feed him. And he said, but Father, you're ashamed of me. And he says, no, you couldn't do anything for me to be ashamed of you. And that's how God is with us. There's nothing that we can do for him to be ashamed of us. That's how much he loves us. And so it's just, it's a very, Ash Wednesday is very special to me. I don't know why. It's always like, I've got to get right with my God. Like, I've got to spend this day, like, being disciplined and, you know, remember what's coming up on us, so that is also, you know, gets its proper significance. So, it was a really good service. It's been like, it's probably been a year or longer since we have been in that church, and it doesn't feel like home anymore. It's not home anymore, and that's okay. But it's very traditional, and that's how my husband and I both have gone to very traditional churches for a long time. So it's funny how, you know, when you're doing like the Apostles' Creed and stuff, and it just comes flowing out of your mouth, like it's been in your brain for so long, you can't stop it. And so that was a sweet, you know, that was sweet, because, you know, while it does not feel like home, it still feels really special and very, how would you say it? Very sacred. Like, it's still like a sacred place to me to go there and just like hear those things from when I was a kid that make me think of family members that are no longer with us and stuff like that, you know. Reminds me of going to church with my grandma. And so, but it was really good. And then we also had communion, and something that the pastor said that I think is so important that people, I think, miss the mark on, in my opinion anyways. I hear a lot, you know, like, oh, well, I didn't take communion because I don't go to that church, and you need to go to that church and be a member of that church to receive communion. No. Guys, God gave that to us. He broke the bread for us and said, do this in remembrance of me. And the same thing with the wine, you know, do this in remembrance of me. That is God's table. That does not belong to a church ever. And so it was just really nice to hear that, to be reaffirmed of that, because I think sometimes we forget that, like, here's church and here's God, and it seems like we let church control God, and that's so wrong. That's not how the relationship is supposed to work. The church is supposed to be the community. So that was really refreshing. And the church that we go to currently, that's how it is. But recently, it's in my own community of family and friends, like, I've had somebody tell me that, like, well, you know, that's not how communion works. And I was like, whoa, that's wrong. So it was really nice to, you know, be like, yeah, it's God's table. So it was just, it was really special. I'm glad that we made the time to do it today, because it's very important to me. And so, yeah, but I just thought I'd come on here and talk about it, because that's what this whole channel is you just get to live life with the Foxes, and that's what the Foxes did today. We went to the hair salon, we did my hair, and then we went to an Ash Wednesday service. And so now Eddie has gone to look at a painting job, and I'm gonna go do my sister's hair and that one nail client, and then just have the rest of the day lazy because it's my day off. So we'll see you later, guys. Okay, guys, it is 5 o'clock and I'm just leaving Indulge. Did my sister's hair, snuggled on my niece, changed my nails a whole nother color with the hair color, but that's okay. What's this? Anyways, yeah, so now I'm headed to the nail salon. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, it's much later. It's like 7:30, but I just got done doing I was listening to, I'll just show y'all, the Dwell app, and I'm doing, where is it, this one, 40, let's see if it'll focus, 40 days with Jesus. So it was like 15 minutes long. So I've been praying a lot, and I was, you know, I knew Lent was approaching, and like I talked about earlier, like just through my childhood and the way that I grew up, like I practiced Lent, and I used to think that you were supposed to give something up. So probably 6 or 7 years ago, I was working with a lady, and she said, I was like giving up something super superficial, like soda, I think it was, probably because I'm like a Dr. Pepper addict. And I was miserable, and I was stomping around, and she was like, well, have a soda. And I was like, I can't, I gave it up for Lent. And she was like, Jenna, it does nothing for God's kingdom for you to give up Dr. Pepper. Like, that's not gonna make you a better Christian. That's not gonna make you a better person. Like, it's honestly making you a worse person at this point, and you're missing the entire point. And it was an earful, and I always thought, wow, that was pretty bold. But she was not wrong. She was very correct. And so I decided this year specifically that I wasn't going to give anything up at all, but that I was going to take something on. And I've been looking for some devotionals for quite some time, because, like, you know, devotionals that are free, like, that sounds crappy, but like, I don't have the budget right now to go out and buy a whole bunch of devotionals. So I was like looking at some apps, and then on Monday night we were at like a women's service. Just like, I wasn't there for the whole thing, so what I was there for was amazing. But McCall was telling us about the Dwell app, and I was like, how did I not think of that? Because I used to use the Dwell app to fall asleep. I know that sounds silly, but I would pick like some random part of the Bible, and I would put it on, and the voice would put me to sleep. So that's kind of the kicker, because now I have to stay awake. But I saw the 40 days of Jesus, 40 days with Jesus, and I was like, that's perfect. I'm going to take this study on for Lent, and that's going to be like what I do every day to show my discipline. And so I'm super excited about it. So we started in Luke 1, and, you know, the story of Zachariah and Elizabeth, and, you know, Gabriel coming and telling them that Elizabeth was going to have a son, and she was to name him John. And then it went through through Gabriel appearing to Mary, and it's kind of cool because I know that a lot of prayers are biblical, of course, but like in Luke 1:42, that's part of a Hail Mary, like, you know, Mary, Mother of God, blessed are you among women, that little piece. So that was really cool because that caught my eye. And then it goes through Elizabeth giving birth, and John or the baby getting circumcised, and they want to name him Zachariah because Zachariah can't speak because he didn't believe the angel. And Mary's like, or excuse me, Elizabeth's like, no, he's John. And everybody was like, who will this child be named John? You don't even know anybody named John. And so Zachariah, you know, writes on his tablet, and he's like, no, it's John. And his mouth opens and he starts praising God. And so I've never read that story in its I've never read the whole story. And I never realized the part about him closing Zachariah's mouth, you know, not letting him be able to speak for her entire pregnancy. I learned something new. And then it goes into Joseph and Mary going to Bethlehem for the tax, and then, you know, Jesus being born, the shepherds, the angel appearing to the shepherds, and it goes right into that. So it was a good first day. It took me about 15 minutes to get through that little passage, so that was a good start. So I'm really excited about that. But it's just, I missed the kids because I had to go do that nail client, which kind of bums me out because I won't see them again for a week, but it's part of life. You gotta make a sacrifice every now and then, and that's not the type of sacrifice that I like to make, but it just had to be done. So yeah, now, and I also started one Psalms in 14 days, Psalms 107. So it's the first 3. I wrote it down on this note card so I can put it on my mirror, because that was another suggestion of McCall's, was to like get the word in front of you wherever you are. So I think Eddie's working on a project. I don't know where he is. He took the kids home and then he went to do that. And then, yeah, so I need to swap out some laundry. I told you I was going to wash that car seat cover earlier, and guess what? My washing machine was full of towels that I forgot about, so I have to run them again. And I hate that because it is so wasteful, but it's life. It happens. So I had to run them again because they stunk. So then I'll probably find a task to do. I probably need to clean my bathroom. My dad's gonna come by, and if he stays the evening, I need to clean a bathroom because they're not dirty. I just feel like I can leave my stuff wherever because I'm in charge of me, and nobody's running around behind me going, hey Jenny, you should probably put that away like I do to the kids. So it's a mess. But yeah, guys, we'll talk to you later. So I think I have decided that I'm gonna call it a night for this vlog, but I told y'all a couple vlogs back that we repotted this peace lily. Oh my gosh. And I had it in the hallway, and it's just, it wasn't doing good there. It was, I think, too dark. Yeah, it's looking a little puny, but so I moved it out here. I love it out here. It brings so much, like, I don't know, it makes the house look so cute. But look at my tea set. It's all wooded. I believe it came from Hawaii, or I'd have to ask my grandma. I've had it since I was real little, but it's all made out of wood. It's so cute. But anyways, so I'll show you where I had that plant. Excuse my messy kitchen. So let's shut these TVs off first. Pick up some blankets. Naughty girl. Shuts her door. Doesn't shut the TV off. So I had it right here in this hole. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. I need to, let's go look out here and see if we have something to put there. This stuff I like where it's at because these pictures came before me. I don't know. Won't focus. I don't know how old Wynn and Chandler are. But they go together. They were taken at the same time. And so I like those just together. I like this one in here of, this was Eddie's mom and Chan, and then one of me and Ed. And then we have a bunch of like oldies over here. Like this is Eddie's dad, and these were my great-great-grandparents, and this one's of my grandma. And smashes these when he plugs in his switch over here. My grandma and grandpa. This is my dad and uncles when they're little. With my, I call them Sweetie and Pop George, but they were my grandparents. But I don't really, I could put that out there, but I really like looking at that every day. That's one of my favorite verses. It's Psalms 57:10, I believe. But I do have some home decor hidden down. Yeah, hidden, about to fall out. But gosh, I'm making a mess. Anyways, my battery's about to die, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But thank you for watching so much today, guys. I hope you'll have a blessed day. Whenever you're watching this, please subscribe.